What is up, my people? Welcome to another one. Today, we're going to talk Street Fighter again. And in particular, we're going to talk about Alex. Where's Alex? So I think Roofamonger talked about it, and Fire Pants, or whatever his name is, I think is Mr. Fire Pants, was talking about it already, and figured I'd talk about it too. So Alex was originally scheduled to release early spring, and from my understanding, I was thinking that it was going to release on March. March is actually my birthday month, and I was kind of happy because it's going to be my birthday, and Alex was going to be released around that time, so it's kind of cool, I guess. So that was good, but it turns out that the good news is that he might be releasing earlier than that. So I'm thinking, maybe a month earlier, really, to be honest with you. It's not going to be that much of a difference. But we're going to get, the good thing about it is that we're going to get news about him earlier than expected, which means that we're going to have stuff to talk about. We're going to have news. We're gonna have gameplay and the teaser and whatever. So of course I went to check online to see if this was true, because even though I do trust Mr. Roofamonger and Mr. Firefoot, I still gotta check myself, just to make sure, and I mean, of course, Google AI is saying that it's still going to be in spring, but that there's a rumor that it's going to be earlier because it says winter. So, but the thing, it's saying that it's still the same schedule, that they haven't changed the schedule to release earlier or whatever. So, I feel like it's going to be a difference of a month. I feel like it was originally going to be around maybe March, and now it's going to be maybe earlier than that. Maybe February, and I think that's, it's I guess it's better, and we're going to get a teaser probably, the first month of the year, right? So it'll be December here in about a week and some change, and so would have like one more month without any news, and then I'm thinking the first day of the year, the first month of the year, we'll get some news regarding Alex, and it's probably going to be at the teaser. It's always the teaser first. It's going to be probably the Avatar, meeting Alex somewhere in World Tour, and it's going to be it, right? But then a month from there, we're going to get some gameplay, and then maybe towards the end of the month, or somewhere in the next month from that, we'll get Alex. But the thing is, like, winter, spring, and these month things, especially when it comes to Japan and the US, sometimes the seasons can kind of get crossed and stuff, and like like for example, last time they had to change it as well, and because the seasons are just looked at differently in Japan because they're the other side of the world. So something that could be, you know, regarded as winter to us could be spring for them, or, you know, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that maybe it's just a discrepancy of them being Japanese and us being, you know, on this side of the planet, you know, and that very well could be the case, you know. That's what I'm thinking, you know, that the deal is. So, but, you know, who knows, maybe it's something else. You know, maybe we are going to get it a little bit earlier. I would be surprised personally if it was 2 months earlier, you know, but like a difference of a month, in my personal opinion, it's not really that big of a deal. It's probably, like I said, it's due to the time zone or whatever, or the seasonal changes between, you know, Japan and not seasonal changes, but just the way they calculate months and stuff like that. I have no idea, but it's happened before when it comes to the news that they give and whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. But I think it's still good news regardless to get anything that has anything to do with Street Fighter. You know, even if it is a little bit earlier than expected, I still think that it is good news. And so anyways, I just got me a vanilla latte. So I had to pause it there for a little bit. But yeah, personally, I can't wait for Alex, man. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, no, I kind of dress like him sometimes as well. Little bandana going on. If you guys see my sparring videos, usually when I spar, I like wearing a bandana because it keeps the sweat out of my eyes and you know, makes me feel like I'm a Street Fighter. So, I mean, and hopefully his gameplay is good for Street Fighter 6. You know, we need something that moves around fireballs, something like that. You know, I just need him to be a good, you know, a good brawler, man, because, you know, I feel like, I mean, we have good brawlers, for sure, you know, and, you know, Sagat's usually been kind of like a brawler, but he's more like a bully, because he kind of bullies you into you know, just not being able to do nothing. Well, at least that's what he used to be in the old editions of him. But in this one, you know, I feel like the screen is there's not enough space to be, you know, doing that much around zipping and zapping and stuff like that. Even though there is, you know, Rashid, who's able to do that, but even that, you know, even then, you know, it's hard for him to get away with stuff. And I'm not asking for Alex to do that, but, you know, like I said, I got like a little freak that I kind of, you know, put some stuff, you know, some special moves on him that allows him to maneuver around fireballs, and he's able to grapple people into submission a lot of times, or at least, you know, me using them, of course. And I'm hoping that you know, Alex has, you know, these mechanics with his special moves that allow him to get around his opponents and use these grappling techniques better, you know, similar to what he was doing kind of in Street Fighter 5. But Street Fighter 5, he just had like grabs. I mean, flips, front flips. You know, it's pretty much different types of front flips that he was able to do. But I'm hoping that he has something similar to what my Avatar character has, to where he has lariat to go around fireballs. He has Tiger Knee to go over fireballs, and he doesn't have anything to go under. But I mean, that would be a little bit too much to ask, I guess. But yeah, that's what I want for a good brawler grappler. You know, that's really what you need. You need him to have big buttons that maneuver around fireballs so that he can capitalize with his grabs. Now, another good example is actually T-Zoc in King of Fighters, City of the Wolves. He's not like a brawler, but he has a lot of good maneuvers that allow him to, compete against the fireball users, and that's really, all you want, to be honest with you, if you're going to be playing as a grappler or a brawler, and when it comes to my Avatar, I really don't miss fireballs, to be honest with you. Fireballs are kind of like, I don't call them the enemy, but they're not. When you got the specials set, your special set right, like the way I told you, Tiger Knee and Lariat, and then you got like a good command grab. You're able to not necessarily need fireballs like that, but we'll just have to see. When we see the gameplay and stuff like that, we'll just have to see. But we'll see pretty soon. But in other news, guys, and this is about Street Fighter the movie, the live action movie, has actually already finished recording. Filming and recording. They finished filming already. I think I heard about this about a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot to mention it. Because I didn't think I was going to make like a video just dedicated on that. So I waited till there was other Street Fighter news in order to mention it now. So now that we're talking about Alex, I guess I could just bring it up that, Street Fighter is actually, the Street Fighter, the live action movie is finished filming, so I'm just waiting for the big trailer reveal or something, which, if we're gonna talk about like what's gonna happen in the next event, and I really don't remember what it could be. Maybe it's a Game Fest or what's the other one? Like the Capcom Cup or something like that. There could be a reveal. It could be maybe two reveals. Maybe it'll be Alex and teaser trailer for Street Fighter live action. Who knows? Because usually we have like like big reveals. Like when it comes to these events. So hopefully, we'll get something. Maybe it'll be the movie, but and I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna wait for an event in order for them to announce the movie, and then that'll correlate with a release of one of the characters, and that'll get people to play, and watch the movie, and make it like a thing, Yeah, and I think it's gonna be, timing is key here for the promotion of Street Fighter, and I think that if you think about it, if they're finished filming, they're gonna take advantage of the situation and make it to where the release of Alex and the release of the teaser trailer for the movie as well, kind of correlate with each other in order for them to kind of make it a big event, for them to get more people to buy Street Fighter. I'm kind of hoping as well, and I know this is too much to ask, but I'm hoping they get an expansion for World Tour, because we haven't had one of those in a while. Well, you kind of got some with Mai, and I think there's a mystery, or I don't know if people have discovered the mystery yet or not, or maybe I'm the only one that hasn't discovered it. But when you're trying to train under Sea Viper, Crimson Viper, there's a floor that you can't go to. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I don't know if anybody has talked about it. I'm pretty sure Roofermonger probably talked about it. But there's a floor that is kind of capped off from you. You're not able to go up there. And I'm wondering what's up there. Maybe there's like a like a secret layer where you get to get more prizes or something. And who knows? I have no idea, to be honest with you. But if you guys know what I'm talking about, in World Tour, when you're training under Crimson Viper, there is a floor that you're not allowed to go to. That's above the floor where you train with Sea Viper and CERN computer. Bit of iced coffee. But yes, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.